You're listening to Touch the Line Podcast.
Welcome to Touch the Line. Today we are going to talk about communication. One of my favorite things to talk about. Communication, let's flash back 10 years ago. Communication, I was terrible at. I'm still learning, but I'm going to specifically talk about communication within an organization, with a team. I'm not talking about communication with your spouse because that could be a whole other podcast. But today I want to focus on communication within a team. And today we're going to narrow it down. We're going to laser focus on three things that I have developed within our team that has radically changed our company. You ready? All right, here we go. The first one is daily communication. Now, you're probably sitting there and you're going, daily communication? Like, that seems a lot. So however you want to organize it, this is what I found out that wins inside of our company is we have a 10-minute meeting before every shift. And the reason we have that meeting, think of it as a huddle. We're about to go on the field and we're about to play the game. This is a huddle. What I want to know in that huddle is I want to make sure everybody's mindset is focused on that day. I want to know everyone's goals that day, and I want to know how we can serve each other. So go around the room, ask what everyone's goals are, and then how we can serve each other. Even us as leaders, how can we serve you today? People might come in, they might be a little stressed out, but they know if that meeting is going to happen, that somebody will be there to help serve them, or they could find an opportunity to serve. So that daily communication is really, really important. We started implementing this about a year ago, and it has radically changed our culture. Daily communication. The second one is weekly communication. Well, Evan, if I'm talking daily, why the heck do I need to talk to them weekly? Well, we'll talk about here in a second. There's different things that you want to talk about in each one. Weekly communication, what I found out works best is if you're watching a video right now, I like to record it through video. And I like to record it and I like to send it out every day, or not every day, sorry, on a certain day at a certain time. So they know Sunday at 6 p.m., they're going to get about a 10-minute video from me or my wife or whoever. And what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do, we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate a team member of the week, something that won last week, our goals, whatever it was, something that previous week that we're going to celebrate. A couple of things we're going to do is we're going to get a quick snapshot of what last week was. So we set goals. How did we achieve those goals? And then we want to give a snapshot of our goals for the following week. We also want to show updates. Hey, here's some updates. So this past week, some of the communication we had was, hey, we have a job shadower coming in on Wednesday and one on Thursday. And I said their name so our staff knew. We talk about a new product line coming in. It's being released. It's coming in. It should be here on like Friday or Thursday or whatever. Some key updates that our teams need to know, but sometimes us as leaders, we want to communicate, but we just forget because we have a lot on us. So that weekly team meeting is really, really great. And any housekeeping stuff we'll put in that weekly team meeting. The third thing is our monthly team meeting. Now, this is completely different from our daily and our weekly. Our monthly team meeting is in person. So we have everyone together all in one place. What we want to do during that time is we want to give a 30,000-foot view of where our company is. We want to pitch vision to them, where we're going, how we're going to get there. I like to teach leadership and culture and things that maybe we see in our culture that we need to shift and change. But it is a big vision meeting every month. Let's talk about what needs to be in each meeting. My wife and I own a salon. So, and we use, well, I say I don't do hair, but our staff, they use brushes and they use bowls to put color in. So let's just say that they're stacking up in the sink and nobody's cleaning them up. Do I want to actually put that into a monthly team meeting where I have everyone together? No. I want to do that in probably a weekly team meeting or even the daily team meeting. Like, hey, let's make sure that we're cleaning up those bowls. It's something like, you can attack quickly and move on. In that monthly team meeting, I want to keep it vision focused. I want people to leave inspired. All the housekeeping stuff, taking out the trash, things like that. Throw that in a weekly team meeting. Hey, I saw that the trash has been overflowing. Let's just make sure that we're taking those out. Whenever we put something in the trash and it fills up, just take them out. So I think the daily, the weekly, and the monthly will radically change the communication with your team. Now, you're probably going to talk to your team if you want to implement this. Talk to them about this, and they might say, oh my gosh, daily? That's a lot. If you make it worth their time and make it focused on them, they'll see nothing but benefits from it. Daily, weekly, monthly team meetings have radically changed our company. Here's the myth: over communication. It's a myth. You can't do it. You can't over communicate. You ask anybody in any company across the world, what's one thing you wish your company would do? And I think you would hear, I wish my company would communicate more. So we need to strive to over communicate. And when we start to over communicate, so we're like foaming at the mouth, that's actually when people start hearing it. Hopefully you got something out of this. If you have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram. I'm at evansilver83. That's evansilver83. I would love to connect with you and give you more what I do for communication. But start implementing communication. Get a text. I'd strongly suggest getting an app for communication for texting instead of using group text. It's just, if you're bringing people on the team and off the team, it's just a lot easier. It looks a little bit more professional. I highly recommend Slack or GroupMe, anything like that. And I think I'm going to do a podcast here on my favorite apps here soon. So remember, daily, weekly, monthly communication. Thank you so much for listening to Touch the Line. Give us a review on iTunes. Give us a review on Apple platform, on Google. Literally, you who listen are the only, I'm not marketing this podcast. So put it up on Insta story, put it on Instagram, TikTok. And thank you so much for supporting Touch the Line podcast.
Thanks for listening to Touch the Line podcast.